Hey guys, MC Mura here. Today is the day. We've finally been waiting for Season 3 of Street Fighter 6. Elena has just come out along with the patch. And let's cover the system changes because there are some changes to how Street Fighter 6 works with this patch. Now, let's talk about what didn't change. I'm not gonna cover my feelings, my thoughts on this. Let's just cover the facts first, alright? So, Drive Rush, this did not change whatsoever. Throw loops in general didn't change. As you see, Ryu is still +4. He's still gonna have his throw loop. That did not change. Now, there are some individual characters who individually lost their throw loops. That did happen, like Ed, for example, lost his throw loop. Ken and Rashid have situational throw loops now. Ken is a little bit harder, but still there. So there isn't like a sweeping universal change to throw loops, right? There's just been more selective with it, which take it as you will. As a non-Shoto player, it's kind of funny, actually. Anyways, because I thought Ryu had I really think this is the best throw loop in the game, and to see it being completely intact, that's kind of hilarious. Anyways, let's go over the system changes, the actual system changes. And the first one is really weird in how it's worded. So what they're saying is, as you know in Street Fighter 6, as you're walking forward, you recover drive meter. But they're saying the recovery now happens after holding forward for 11 frames. So if I spend meter, I'm gaining drive gauge slower, right? At least it triggers slower. So the way they are wording it make it seem that Microwalks are gone because you gain meter after 11 frames. But that is not the case. Says that you have like a Microwalk combo. So say we do this. See, that was still 3 drive rushes. That was still a Microwalk combo. So Microwalks are still possible in Street Fighter 6. I actually messed it up. But yeah, Microwalks, they still work. They are still here, they still work, but what changed is, say that I did like an OD move, now I'm gaining meter, I have to walk forward slightly more to start gaining meter, right, which, well, that's an interesting change, I think this is specifically targeting maybe characters like Mai, who have like throw fans and then walk behind them, maybe they're getting meter a little bit slower now, maybe, but yeah. Cool change, I guess. Now the next one is big, and that is obviously just change to parries, and the fact that now there is the imperfect parry. So we got Elena here, right? And I'm gonna just use her to trigger this. Say that we're gonna make her stand block only, right? If I go low, right? She's like perfect parried my sweep now. See this, it doesn't trigger the screen freeze, right? Standing perfect parry will only perfect parry. You will get the screen freeze on mediums and like mid hitting mids, highs, but on lows, that will just happen. You'll get the sound effect, but no screen freeze. But what's interesting to me about this is that it doesn't change frame data, right? So let's now make her crouch, right? So Ryu's heavy punch is -2 on block. If she got an imperfect crouching parry, even though this is a perfect parry, it's still -2. So this doesn't change frame data at all. So I imagine this really buffs something like this, like Drive Rush Overhit, which now will be +3 even if it got perfect parried. Now the opponent actually have to stand up and get a perfect parry on this. They buffed a lot of crouching light kicks in this patch because the idea is, let's actually move the perfect parry. They buffed a lot of these so that they are more effective in offense because they expect you to try to go for the lows more, maybe 3 crouching light kick, maybe 2 into jab, maybe that. They're expecting you to mix up your offense a lot more. So that's interesting, and the fact that it doesn't change frame data at all is interesting. The only thing I found about this is that it will, you will gain more drive meter on a perfect parry. Even if it's like the imperfect parry. So let's say that she's blocking, right? She blocks this, she gets about a drive tick, right? But if she's crouching and she got a perfect parry, she got about 1.5. So you're getting a little bit more, right? So it's pretty much like a regular parry, but you are getting just a little bit more drive gauge, but it doesn't change frame data. The idea behind this is that they wanted to feel better as the defender. They don't want you to feel as bad for getting perfect parried, right? Now at least you know that there's a little bit more intent behind the perfect parry, which is kind of an interesting change. But the fact that they didn't change offense at all, and the fact that there are many situations in where parry was useful. Like say that I'm Ryu in the neutral right now, I'm gonna drive rush jab, or I'm gonna drive rush crushing light kick, and in many situations people would react to this form of offense with a tap parry. The fact that parry now, even if you got the perfect parry, this you still have to hold the advantage. This sucks. This sucks. This actually makes drive rush even better, and drive rush overhead is now gonna be even plus. So and like it kind of like Ryu with a crouching medium kick, like yeah, now you have to hold this or like hold a heavy punch, and if you guess wrong, you still have to hold the advantage. That is rough, but it does have some benefits to it as well, right? The fact that there is now more intent, this kind of nerfs like the some of just the walk forward into parry, throwing parry in the neutrals that people would do. So it's an interesting change. It's definitely like an interesting change, but yeah, I don't know. As you know, there's also like a bunch of changes to modern controls as well, where they made it so that you're able to use the jumping techniques, like all of the jump normals now, you're able to execute them. I personally am not a modern player, but if you are playing modern, I guess that's a really good buff for you. That's kind of nice. The idea is they want to open more options. They also gave him like assisted combos. So this is like jumping light punch, jumping light kick, jumping medium punch, jumping medium kick, jumping heavy kick, jumping heavy punch. So you get access to all of them. And what they're saying is if you're pressing like down and assisted combo, you are getting like an increased assisted combo now. So that kind of works. I don't think that worked previously, right? Yeah, so that's like a new assisted combo that wasn't there, and that is there for many characters. If you're playing modern, that's kind of a cool buff, but I think like a good portion of players, at least like it's not gonna be that significant of a change, right? I think most of this you can still do, obviously depending on the character, but yeah. So they also changed throws, and this is a change that we have also known about. If say I got there is an option throw recovery, yeah, active. So the idea is take a look at Elena's drive meter. If she takes the throw, she gains meter, right? And they also changed, and this does apply like a little bit character by character, but they also changed how many of the individual character works in anticipation of this change, so that the meter situation is more interesting. So for example, let's make her block, right? So as you know, this is gonna be huge now, especially since parry is a little bit more difficult. So what they made it is that it is harder for Ryu in the situation to back walk out. But as you can see, it still works. The way they worded it is that you can't back walk anymore, but it's still you still can. And the funny situation is, me as Ryu here, if I actually delay tagged, I'm the one who got meter back. So I drive rushed. I did the drive rush offense. Here she got it. Here she got it. Let's actually delay tech this time. And now I got the offense. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But they didn't change throw loops. And their idea here is that they want to make it so that the offender is going for the aggressor. The aggressor is going for more delay tech because they want to get the meter, so that now the defender is having better time using jump out or using backdash. I've already made a video in its entirety about this change. I will leave a link to it so that you can take a look at it. But yeah. They also changed some of the sweeps, and this is an interesting change where they now have they're gonna be better at trades. like it's gonna be easier to stuff enemies or opponents out of their more. They pretty much got more priority, right? They don't extend as much hurt box during startup, but as you can see here, if you happen to land them as a counter hit, the opponent can back rise, and Elena got a weird back rise, but yeah, that's different. That's not how it used to be. Now you have to get it like a punish counter, which typically will be like a whiff punish for you to get like the knockdown effect. So overall, we're gonna have to wait and see. The change to perfect parry will definitely assist more characters than others. The fact that some characters lost their throw loops, but not all. Again, they're saying like, if you drive rush crouching medium kick, you have to throw immediately, but seems like he still can backwalk and shimmy, so I don't know. Especially if you got +3, right? The thing is, characters who got like +3 advantage on their jabs, like Ryu here, I mean, I still imagine, and even if you don't, you still got backdash. Right? You still got the backdash, so it's still there, so throw loops, drive rush, crouching medium kick, drive rush, fireball, drive rush, all of that is here to stay. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment. It helps the channel so much. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.